What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video today. We're going to be doing the preview of the game between Manchester City and Everton in the Premier League. To the Etihad Stadium, it's our last game of 2022. It's Manchester City taking on Everton in the Premier League. It's our first home game back after the Winter World Cup in Qatar. If anyone is going to this game, like me, do enjoy yourself. If you are wanting to watch this game, then you're going to have to use streams, unfortunately, in the UK, as the game isn't being broadcast live in the UK. As I am going to the game, it does mean there is going to be no watch along, but we will have a match vlog up on New Year's Day, and we'll have all my thoughts in my review for you guys to look forward to. But before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, do subscribe to my channel. Plenty more Manchester City content to come. Also, don't forget as well, social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. TikTok link in the description if you want to go and follow me on there as well. Email also in the description below if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. 200 likes is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. And finally, I wanted to give a special shout out to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate, who are running their special 3 PM kickoff pot. Pot is worth £450, with the top prize taking £114.30. £3 entry fee. You can use code JSGC10 on sign up. That'll get you £10 in free bets, and you can enter this pot for free. You can select 2 players from each club kicking off at 3 PM GMT over here in the UK. So your players available for games in the Manchester City, the Everton game, Fulham against Southampton, Bournemouth taking on Crystal Palace, and Newcastle United taking on Leeds United. Do remember, normal rules do apply. You can download BetMate using my link, which is in the description, or using the QR code on screen, and we will speak more about BetMate later in the video. So let's speak about our opponents first. Everton, currently sitting in 17th place, 1 place above Wolves, who are in 18th and in a relegation spot. They're 1 point clear of Wolves. Everton have a superior goal difference. Wolves play in the early kickoff at home to Manchester United. Everton could be in the relegation zone by the time this game does kick off. A Southampton win away at 3 PM, along with a Wolves win at home to Manchester United in the early kickoff, and a Nottingham Forest win against Chelsea on New Year's Day, and an Everton loss here against Manchester City. It could happen, unrealistic, but it could happen. If that does happen, then New Year's Day, Everton will be bottom of the Premier League. Serious questions getting asked of Frank Lampard right now. Struggled last season, struggling again once more in the Premier League. Now, Everton haven't won in 5 games in all competition. They've lost the last 4 in all competitions. They've lost their last game at home to Wolves on Boxing Day in a massive 6-pointer at the bottom of the Premier League. They're in awful form. They're struggling a lot. They're not showing much desire or willingness to win. They are, however, under no pressure in this game, which means that they could have that freedom that could be used here to potentially cause a shock on Manchester City. City will rotate, they will make changes, and Everton will have a point to prove. So I've got a feeling first goal here is going to be absolutely crucial. Now, where are the dangers for Everton? Well, Anthony Gordon always impresses me. He should start out wide. Decent player. Dwight McNeil always seems to do well against Manchester City. Could also be starting. We could see Demarai Gray feature. I am, however, expecting Neal Maupay to be starting up top, leading their line. Remember, he replaced Richarlison. Really let that sink in. Now, elsewhere in the team, Pickford, I'm expecting to start in goal. We could see Seamus Coleman starting at right back. Could also be Patterson. I'm expecting to see Yerry Mina and Tarkowski starting at the back, with Mykolenko starting at left back. Ben Godfrey could be another option at the back for Everton. We could see Doucouré or Tom Davies start if Everton want to change it up in the middle, or drop the striker and bring an extra midfielder in if they're fearful of getting overran in midfield. I'm expecting to see Onana and Idrissa Gueye starting. Will it be Iwobi starting and leading the 3-man midfield? We'll see. I suspect they'll want runners. They won't want to get overran by Manchester City. That was one of Leeds' mistakes that they made in that match at Ellen Road just a couple couple of days ago. Now, for Manchester City, sitting in second place, we want to close that 5-point gap at the top of the Premier League to Arsenal down to 2. They play later on New Year's Eve away at Brighton. Niggly little game. Let's get that pressure applied. Newcastle currently sitting in third place. They're playing at the same time as Manchester City with a home match against Wolves. Newcastle competing at the top. Wolves scraping for every point they can at the bottom. Got a couple of interesting 3 p.m. kickoffs there. Now, Manchester City did beat Leeds 3-1 on the 28th of December. Everton have had 2 days extra rest than us. Because of that, I'm expecting City to rotate more than what Everton will. But I'm expecting Everton will rotate because Frank Lampard won't have been happy with how their team performed. They want to change things up for this game, I am sure. We've had a lot of our players feature against Leeds and in our fourth round match, which took us to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup in our win against Liverpool by 3-2 just before Christmas. So I'm expecting City to be rotating and having quite a few of the players that made it to the World Cup quarter-finals and beyond to be starting in here. As far as I am aware, it's only Julian Alvarez that hasn't returned back to training yet for Manchester City. He's expected back after this game, so won't be available to feature. Ruben Dias, he's out until the end of January with a thigh injury. So I'm going to pop up my team prediction now. I'm going for Ederson to start in goal. I think Rico Lewis is going to be given a rest, so I'm going for Walker starting a 3-man centre-back pair, triple pairing for Manchester City. So Walker on the right-hand side, Laporte on the left-hand side, and John Stones going through the middle. Cancelo will be given the freedom alongside Rodri in midfield. I think this is an ideal game to be resting Gundogan and De Bruyne and getting Kalvin Phillips. Kalvin Phillips needs minutes at Manchester City, and if he isn't to start in this game, I'd like to see him have 20 or 30 minutes on show. I've gone for Rodri and Kalvin Phillips starting alongside each other, along with Bernardo Silva further ahead in midfield. Sounds a bit negative, and if needed, you can bring Gundogan or De Bruyne off the bench if it isn't working in the second half. I'd like to see Foden on the right-hand side. He looks effective. He looks dominated on that right-hand side. Starting Grealish, to me, got confidence, got a couple of assists in that Leeds game after some disappointing sitters missed. So I'd start him in this game and look for him to build on his confidence. And I've gone for Erling Haaland, of course, to be starting up top. So rotation and a little bit of rest there for players with a busy schedule coming up for Manchester City throughout January, where we'll see us take on Chelsea a couple of times, an away match against Manchester United. Not forgetting also a match against Tottenham Hotspur. We've got at the beginning of February a away match against Tottenham Hotspur, and middle of February we've got a match against Arsenal. There's lots of big games coming, so squad rotation absolutely key. So I'm having a bit of rest and rotation here for Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Akanji, Rico Lewis, Nathan Ake and Cole Palmer too, all options on the bench for Manchester City. Now, all depends on when the first goal is scored here, but I've got a feeling that Man City will go out there, grab a couple of goals, and then really sit on the result and look to preserve energy. So I'm backing Manchester City to win this game by 2-0. Wouldn't surprise me if Everton make a real battle for City here, and it's a really hard-fought game, pretty similar to that of our home match against Crystal Palace back in August. Could be pretty similar to that one. I'm hoping we're not going to have a repeat of Brentford here, but there is the exact same pressure here on Everton as what there was on Brentford, so City do need to be careful. And after all, last game of 2022 has been a strange odd year. Anything literally could happen, but I'm going for City 2-0 winners. Save some legs, save some energy for a busy 2023, but City can't afford to be taking their eyes off the prize here as well. City could do complete opposite, go out there and really blitz Everton apart, score 4, 5, 6 goals. We'll have to wait and see. Now, betting tip. I don't think this is going to be both teams to score. I do, however, think Man City will score, and I'm backing Haaland if he starts to score any time. Do remember, if you're going to place any individual bets on any players, wait until the teams have been announced so you're not wasting any money. But I do have a feeling that Haaland's goal is going to come from the spot, so I'm backing Manchester City to score from the penalty spot. And my final prediction for this game, and my betting tip as well, is I think if I'm going for the time of the first goal, I think City are going to strike very early in this game, and I'm going for City to score in the first phase of the game, which is from minute 0 through to minute 9. Now, in terms of odds for this game, according to Sky Bet, Manchester City 8-1 on firm favourites to win this game. A draw is 15-2 or 7.5-1. Everton a whopping 18-1 to win this game. odds firmly in Manchester City's favour. Now, moving on to today's video sponsor, BetMate. Remember, £450 pot, 3 p.m. kickoff special. If you want to join this pot, code is FF-SAT-3PM-3112. All details, links and everything, they are in the description. Do remember, on sign up, use code JSGC10 for £10 in free bets. It's £3 to join this pot, so you can join it for free and still have some money left over to join the other pots that are available. Lots of pots for you to go and join. Go and check it out. I'm having lots of fun with BetMate. So my team for this pot, which is subject to change on lineups. I'm at this game, so I may rely on my bench here, so never take it for granted, particularly if you're busy around kickoff or you're at a game and you can't alter due to connection problems and things. Make sure you've got a solid bench is my prediction. So my starting lineup so far, I've got Leno in goal for Fulham taking on Southampton, and Tim Ream in defence again for Fulham taking on Southampton. I've got Anderson of Crystal Palace, who are away at Bournemouth. In midfield, I've got Bernardo Silva of Manchester City taking on Everton, and Rodrigo, even though he is an attacker, I've got him he's in midfield, he's the midfield option for Leeds United taking on Newcastle United away. I've got Chris Wood of Newcastle, the striker, as my striker for this game taking on Leeds United, along with Erling Haaland for the City-Everton game. On the bench, I've got Jordan Pickford of Everton, of course, taking on Manchester City, Nathaniel Klein of Crystal Palace, who are away at Bournemouth. I've got James Ward-Prowse of Southampton, who are away at Fulham, and Anthony Gordon as my other option, who plays for Everton. Remember, 2 players you can select from each team for each game, so that's why the team so disjointed there. But remember, £450 pot. Come and join me. Links and details, they're all in the description. Big thank you to BetMate for sponsoring this preview. They're sponsoring all of my previews for the season, so please do go and check them out. It helps the channel a lot. Do remember, if you are going to gamble, do gamble responsibly, and when the fun stops, stop. So let's go. Remember, match vlog for this game, not a watch along. If you see me at the Etihad, feel free to come over, say hello, introduce yourself. We can have a good chat about Manchester City. I really enjoy meeting all of you guys, so don't be afraid to come and say hello. This is our last game of 2022. It's been a shit year, personally, so I want to end it on a high. I want to get rid of this horrendous year, never look back, bring on 2023. Come on, Manchester City, 3 points in the bag on offer. Let's get some pressure onto Arsenal. Hoping, fingers crossed, it's also going to be a good game. So thank you everybody for watching, much appreciated. Subscribe if you're new around here. Make sure you press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. TikTok link as well in the description if you want to go and check that out. That'd be much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up, 200 likes is the aim. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below, including your score and team prediction for this game. Lastly, big shout out to BetMate for sponsoring this video. Remember, £450 Saturday 3 p.m. GMT special kickoff. Go and check it out. Links and details in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on sign up. It's free app to download. Get yourself £10 in 3 bets. Join the pot this week for free, and I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.